Stand by. I am sweaty, but I'm just gonna do a few things because I am patient as a heel or something. Whew, what's going on, nobody? What's going on, me? I'm gonna watch me only anyway. So there's that. Let's see it. Let's see what kind of photo display I want to put on. Maybe this one? I think this is good. I think we'll just put this one out for now. What's going on, everybody? Hold on. I'm gonna do more things as I prepare. Well, I am prepared, actually. Just doing more things because I want to. Whew. I think Skype is open. So hold up. Give me a sec. Give me quite a sec. I'm gonna close out something real quick. I'm just gonna do a few things because I need to do a few things. Because I need to make sure that I don't get two calls at once. So, come on. There we go. Skype is open. And now I am ready. Somewhat, I guess. There isn't much to talk about nowadays anymore because, stuff. So I'm just getting it started. I exited out my Skype, so I don't really get a call on here. Shut off notifications, so that way nothing really blocks me from doing my shit. I think everything will be just fine. Just fine. Well, as I scroll through the banners, I'm just gonna put... No, wait, no. This one's better. Fax is dead. I remember that guy. I'm just gonna show a few things because I think... Why not? There we go. Pretty cool, huh? I'd say it's good. For what it's worth, I'd say it's alright. So, I do want to talk. But I really don't want to review any streams. I just want to talk about... I just want to talk. Although, reviewing other streams might be just the fun thing to do. I could do that, and considering what happened today, I could just pass the time doing that now, right? There's Dave's stream of YR and Jacob RP calling in. There's Tony, I guess. There's the RP stream alone. So yeah, I could do the streams, right? I really could do the streams. So I'll put it this way. I'm gonna turn on Bluetooth. Did you hear that? Saying Bluetooth mode. Connection. Yes, but it's not really connected because I'm using StreamYards, so it doesn't work that way. So there's that. Right. Really. So, where do we begin? I guess we can just start with the RP and YR situation. Because there was a stream RP did, and then there was the review Dave did, and then RP and YR did call in. Now, there's not much to go from there. But that side of the fact is, I guess you could say YR and RP decided to call into Dave and be friendly with the guy. I don't get why they would do that, knowing the fact that Dave is taking a shit on them or dump, whatever you want to say, trashing on them. It would be weird for it would be weird to be like, we're best friends now after that. Or maybe they enjoy it, but I'm not them. But also it came to mind that when Dave was, suggesting, call in, explain yourself. Why were you saying these things? Oof. Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if everybody was telling Dave, yeah, that's a big disappointment. I don't blame them for saying that. And I was kind of left disappointed too because I was expecting some sort of comeback, right? That couldn't be like the comeback. Maybe they'll stream tomorrow morning, day after this, being like, well, Dave is this, Dave is that, he's begging again, he's doing this, that, and the other. RP's always done that. Meyer has taken dumb jabs at people as well. They might take jabs at me. I don't know why they would do that. But I think I've already said this. I've said this on Dave's stream, rather than more so in a donation. RP can't lead a show on his own. That much is evident. And whether or not you want to take this as a dig or a criticism or complaining, that's up to you. I'm only making an observation of what I saw, what I'm seeing, and what I've always heard from Jacob RP. He's not good at steering conversations. He's not good at leading them. He's mostly relying on others to carry it, like your YRs and SCs, so on and so forth. Anybody that calls in, I get Lee, I see him there. I saw him there. And there was also the fact that RP, after an hour of streaming, after an hour of talking with other dudes, I don't know why. He said he fell asleep, but that's just bizarre. You fell asleep early in the morning. You didn't get any sleep, but I don't know why you would continue streaming. You wouldn't stop the stream so you could sleep, but he just fell asleep as he was streaming, I guess. He pulled a Tony. RP pulled a Tony, falling asleep as he is streaming. So there's that. There's one thing that I noticed and I picked up, and I wished RP really just gave an answer for this. Although I guess you can't get everything you want. RP I don't know why. I don't know why he would dodge it. I don't know why he wouldn't answer it, because SC and YR even answered this. Remember when RP on a call claimed Ken's almost quote unquote autistic because he makes a retard voice? And this was it. And I was on his show. And it was on his show asking him, and maybe I should review this, just, going over it. But it was on his show asking him that question. Right? And then again, I probably would need to review it to give you guys an idea of what I was trying to do, right? I was asking him, and he just, for some odd reason, didn't want to give an answer. He kind of made cop-out statements. It makes, like, Wire is able to answer it, SC's able to answer it, RP can't. Like, you're leading the show. You made the statement about Ken of him being autistic, and yet you're the only one who can't provide a definition. I'm only speaking from what I was experiencing. And again, I would probably have to review it to give you guys an idea of what I'm exactly talking about. But that's just the RP and YR stuff. Now, going to Dave stream, right? You know Dave talking about RP and YR digging on SC, saying this and that, the other. You know, for starters, YR was even telling them. I there's things I disagree with what Dave said, but going through this, Dave was asking people to call in, like YR, Dr. Earl. I don't know what his issue is with Dr. Earl now. It's a head scratcher. I don't know where that arises, but it's there. I guess. Dave was always making enemies. So there's YR, Earl, RP, SC, people he wanted to call into his show and address what they were saying about Foulmouth Cannon, right? And knowing that Dave was going at them pretty hard, right? They come on, and you'd first expect them just to be like, "Yo, dude, why are you shitting on me?" I thought, dude, what? Something like that at least. But and what stuck out to me the most, and this is the most funny thing I probably heard in a long time, regarding into this community. RP says that Dave and him are pretty cool. Okay. And now my first guess when Dave didn't respond to that was he was kind of like taken aback. He didn't know how to respond to that. From the friendly gesture and saying coming from RP, like I would be imagining he asked himself that in the question, why is he saying this? Knowing that I pretty much go at him all the time, and he even admitted, and on the show, when he was saying this, that he goes on RP all the time. So thinking that, and he's still cool with the guy that goes at him all the time. I mean, you make whatever you want from that statement. I would have to ask RP himself why he would suggest something like that after claiming that he always goes at him for the fun of it. Does he like see you as a punching bag and you like being a punching bag and that's why you're his buddy or he's your buddy? I don't know. I don't know what arose about that. I don't know why he even said it. And more importantly, I don't know why you would suck up to Dave. But we'll call it suck up to Dave. I don't know a better term for that, phrase for that, so you're going to have to stick with that unless you want to say, no, we're just making truce. Yeah, no, David's going to, tomorrow morning, or whatever, if he has the time, probably would just make another stream and go at you, if he could. Reviewing the other stream you did. I think that's just how Dave operates. But overall, kind of disappointing. Looking for some conversation. I guess we got some good conversation from the RP show for what it's worth. I would say that. There's the CM Punk talk, pro wrestling talk, or just some autistic talk, I suppose. Which I'm getting tired of talking about, by the way, but there's people who's just going to say it's because I guess why not? I don't know why they would say it, but they do. And there you go. It exists in their vocabulary for fuck all reasons. So there's that. Yeah, so spent 17 minutes talking about that. Oof. I don't know what else to say about it because I've pretty much said everything I needed to say. I mean, I guess I could still pull it up and review it if need be. But at the same time, I don't know if I really should. Because it would be funny to go over on the regular basis, for one, and it could just be fun for fuck of it. And you know, I'm just gonna show something off because whatever, that's just me. I'll show it off again because I like this. Pretty cool, huh? All right. Yep. Ah, man. Yep. Yeah, I don't think I'll review it. Don't want to review it. Don't want to waste my time. Think I explained enough about it. Donald Trump and his claims of fraud allegations. Shall we talk about this for a few minutes? Why not? Why not? So, as you all know, at least one of you, or two of you, I don't know, that since the 2020 election, Donald Trump has been proficient about the election fraud, right? Right. Now, understanding this, there was evidence of election fraud. There was people who were arrested for election fraud during 2020. So we know that is true. We know that is true, right? So let's not beat around the bush with that. I want to talk about this because I find it to be also another head scratcher. Now, the reason why they're calling Trump, they are like trying to prosecute Trump for claiming there was election fraud, is because they're trying to say he's trying to overturn the election by lying about election fraud. Now, they don't really talk about what the election fraud was, right? So going off of that, there is, if they're saying overturning the election would be illegal, it wouldn't be. There's no law saying you can't overturn an election, as far as I know. So them claiming it's illegal would be, it's like, right? So I think they're trying to make it illegal. They're trying to make the results final, regardless of what happened or if there was miscounting or something. I think they're actually trying to make that sound illegal, and he's just lying about it, despite the fact there is evidence of election fraud. I don't know why people call that a conspiracy theory, when the conspiracy theory is actually true. People like to call things conspiracy theories just to make a blatant coppa, ignore it, and act like the people suggesting it is crazy. Which I think is kind of like, so you just don't want the conversation. That's just how I'm taking it. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't want the conversation. I mean, there has been election frauds before. This isn't like the first one, and you know they were claiming that when Trump did that in 2016. They said that, and they're acting like election fraud is like, how could you claim such a thing? They're acting like that's just impossible. You know, I guess, and I guess that even if you bring it up to them, and this was like the prime example of election 2022, primary elections or something. I don't know what the fuck you call it, but they're certainly like senators and state governors running. Arizona has like a big election fraud, a bunch of irregularities, and Katie Hobbs was running Maricopa County, and that's when people were turning in their ballots. People were talking about bringing up a lot of irregularities about it, and the courts just ignored it. So, considering all that, honestly, it's like for You're not gonna get what you want. They will purposely tamper with things, and then when people bring it up, they're just gonna act like it didn't happen. Right. Right. That's just me. That's just. I really, really don't know what else to say about that. It's like I'm bored now. Like I get bored of things. Ugh, I wonder what I should do. Like I guess to rent because I know one person's here. There's like Vikings fan. I know you're here, dude. Come on, let's have a chat. Let's have a chat. Let's have a chat. Yes, we're gonna have a chat. We're gonna have a chat, my guy. Let's have a chat. You're here. I know you are. Come on, post already. I know you know how. There we go. You remember Fax is dead? Man. You know, it's weird because I'm trying to stay alive, and I completely just instantly got bored. And I still want to stream as well. It's like, you get bored, and you want to stream at the same time, but just like, meh. I don't know why it kills you. Don't know why it kills you. But it does, and that's just me. Trannies. Oh, don't we all love those people? We love trannies, right? We all love trannies. They're all so special. Oh, the gender dysphoric people are so special, man. At least in my opinion. In my opinion, I'd say. Where do I begin with them? Where do I begin with them? Well, first of all, fuck the LGBTQ. So fuck them. Because I don't know why you would even care about them anymore. They like setting up pride flags all over the place in your schools. Can I talk to your children about being a tranny? I'll twerk in front of them. Something like that. They'll say stuff like that. I think. I don't know. So this is the thing we come about. Trans rights. Do they deserve any right? Why are we trying to give special things to minority groups? That's my first question. Why do we need to do that? Why are they so special? What do they do for the world? How do they help the world? I'm just curious, like, why should I care about them at all? Like, listen, if you want to go around screaming you're a woman when you're really a man, I don't care. But I'm not going to pretend that person's a hero. I don't think that's heroic at all. I don't see anything a hero about it. Okay, going into this, I'm about to, yeah, whatever. YouTube notification. Anyway, going into this, I really, really don't have an opinion on it as much as I used to. But I want to talk about this for a second. They are gender dysphoric, right? They have all gender dysphoria, trans people in general. I do not know why that you would be promoting something like that, promoting sex changes and suggesting that that would actually solve gender dysphoria. And in fact, it only ensures their deaths, suicides, suicide of gender dysphoric people, transgenderism, 40% high. That is very high. You could say, well, the other 60% are killing themselves. 40% is still high. So it's still a more huge portion. So that's out of the way. I want to talk about how do we solve it? How do we solve gender dysphoria? For one, maybe don't tell them, believe that you are a woman when you're not, or vice versa. I mean, I think that's a good solution. Sure, I mean, every child goes through life kind of thinking about who they are, if they belong. But that doesn't mean go take your child to cut their genitals off. I don't see how that solves the problem. I don't know why you would want that on your child. I don't know why you would want that on any of your children. I don't know why you would want that for yourself. I don't see how that helps you. I don't see how you taking a biological thing away from you when inherently doesn't change anything other than the fact you just removed a body part, right? Just to say something you're not inherently. I don't know. I'm not down for that. And more importantly, if you really think this is an issue you wanted to candidate for them, my first guess is maybe don't say pretend gender is this social construct, calling it everything a social construct nowadays. I don't know why people like calling gender a social construct or calling everything a social construct. Honestly, it's a stupid point. I don't know why that is. It just seems like they're trying to say, when they say it's a social construct, it's whatever we want it to be. So fuck what the actual definition is. Yep. My seeing things of things. But point being, I still have my train of thought, but I don't know how to say it. And that's the funny part. Then again, I'm just gonna find the right words. I have the thought in place. So here it is. Alright, are you ready? Point is, stop promoting gender dysphoria. I mean, that seems like you want them to be gender dysphoric. So you pretend that men that cut their dick off can now get pregnant. Let me tell you something. A lot of the parts of the body, men and women, when they're born, and this is true regardless, if you're born a man, all of your cells, with the exception of sperm cells, are male. When you're born a woman, you have no sperm cells. All the cells in your body are female, right? The bone structures. Men and women have far different bone structures than each other. Men have, well, I'm not sure if this is actually true, but men have more dense bones. I was talking about, I don't know if men having more bones is true, that's what I'm saying. But men have more dense bone structures than women. So there's a lot of gender specific to men and women. Anyway, the pelvis, the pregnancy, right? All of these are gender specific. So I do not think that's healthy. And in fact, I don't think it is. I know it is not healthy to tell people that regardless of their age, regardless of who they are, regardless of what they think, that yes, you can be a woman or you can be a man when they're not. That's just delusional. Let's not say it's okay to be delusional, because guess what? If you believe the sun is going to crash into the sun, well, not the sun, the earth, and yet there's no proof that will never happen, You're just gonna be like, well, think whatever you want. It's happy, and while he's like literally like freaking out all over the place, causing terror around the neighborhood, you think that's okay? Nah. Probably best not to let somebody live in delusion if you're trying to help the same people. Just so you know. Just so you know. Talked about that. You know, there's a lot of talk whether there's systematic racism or not. Yeah, this will be the last topic because I'm just deciding why not. This is funny. This is funny to talk about because I've seen a lot of debates, especially in the Discord I'm in this political. People like for some reason argue there's systematic racism, and this is predominantly targeting black people, right? Then they talk about how they're more arrested and this and that because they're black and some shit. White people do just as much as weed as black people, but they're more arrested. Why is that? I mean, whether or not you want to argue there's systematic racism or not, I do not think it matters. I don't think that's an initial primary issue. Could it be a possibility? I'm not going to say it's not, but let's look at it for what it is. I think we have to start with what we know. A lot of the black people, a lot of the people in the black community do not know their civil rights. So when you strip them knowledge of that, you strip them knowledge of the history and the Constitution of them and everything, all that. You strip them the knowledge of these things. Knowledge is power, and it becomes easier to control people without the knowledge of what they have. It's easier to take advantage of them. That's why black people are pulled over more. They don't know traffic laws. They don't know what laws there are. Has nothing to do with like they're targeted because they're black. No, it's everything to do with like lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, and a lack of skills. So what are they left with? Gangbanging, shootings, weed smoking, street fighting, etc. That's what you're going to be left with. They want people to be stupid. That's what the government wants. Easier to put them in prison to make your money, right? Send them out in the things, and they're going to do the same thing just to get back there. Whether that's systematic racism or not, you can argue that. Fine. But that's not the core issue, whether or not. I don't think that's necessarily a core issue, though. I think that's targeted predominantly around the world. And in the black community is where it mostly has success at. That's what I think. Systematic racism, who knows? That's that. I think I had fun talking about it. 36 minutes. Nothing much. I could, I guess, review something, but I already had my fun. So, there we go. Bye-bye.